Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Now, normally I wait until after my birthday, which is in a couple days, to start reviewing pumpkin beers, but I saw this one at Total Wine the other day, and I just couldn't wait. This brewery, I think, has the best labels in the industry. This is a Canadian brewery, so Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery, Paranormal Imperial Pumpkin Ale, 10% ABV. Really cool can on this one. Oh, it doesn't look like it would glow in the black light. It says best before. It looks like it says 19 April 2023, or is that 2028? I can't tell. I would assume that that's an 8, but it looks like a 3 to me. So I guess we'll find out. All right, so I pour it into the Spiegel Stout glass. I usually like to use stout glasses for pumpkin beers. Coming out of the can, it has kind of a orange amber kind of color. Once it's in the glass, it's more of a brown, pretty hazy, pretty big. I don't know, beige eggshell. No, it's kind of has a yellowish hue to it. But yeah, you can see looks pretty looks pretty brown in the glass. Looks like actually kind of reminds of Sam Smith's nut brown ale. So let's give it a smell. Oh yeah, that is just classic pumpkin ale. Yeah, this is 10% ABV, so I am getting that alcohol in there. Has kind of like a rum kind of character, vanilla. Yeah, so to me it's kind of boozy. I get like these kind of spicy, cloviness. They don't mention clove in here, so it's probably the nutmeg, ginger. I don't really get cinnamon on here. This does not smell like pumpkin pie. So let's see how it tastes. Is it fresh? We'll find out. Cheers. All right, well, I don't notice any oxidation, so that's a good sign. So this probably is a fresh can. I will say it tastes pretty much like it smells. I do notice that 10% ABV right away. It doesn't burn. It's just that it's that strong of a beer, and it's really you can't overlook it. Ginger is adding a little bit of. Have you ever had actual ginger root in sushi and or something like that? That kind of flavor. I will say the cinnamon on here. Usually cinnamon is the first thing you notice on most pumpkin beers, but on this one, I think it's the last flavor that I notice. I would call it more spicy than sweet. It doesn't really strike me as being sweet. Southern Tier Pumpkin or Cigar City Good Gourd, those beers are sweet. This one, I probably put it kind of like an American amber ale kind of base. Maybe brown ale. It's not some kind of sweet, rich malty or bready base. Although I will say it is quite malty. It's 10% ABV. How can it not be malty with that much? Oh, I guess I could cheat and just use brewer sugar. Nice lingering, the ginger and the nutmeg, I think, linger in the aftertaste, plus the alcohol. Very, very, very subtle warming on this one. We had some other beers recently that were 10% or higher, and they just light your throat up. And which is interesting because, this has cinnamon in it, and cinnamon beers tend to do that, especially a lot of mole beers. I have, cinnamon gum that I chew after lunch, and you can actually feel a warming in the throat when you chew cinnamon gum. I am not getting that one here. Kind of reminds me of Weyerbacher Imperial Pumpkin Ale. So, yeah, this is surprisingly good, especially because, I've had quite a few other beers from this brewery, and I think it's just by the time they get down to Florida, they're heat damaged and old and oxidized. But maybe this might actually be fresh off the boat. I don't know. So I'm actually really liking this one. Is it as good as Pumpkin or Good Gourd? No, but it is better than most run-of-the-mill pumpkin beers. Then again, it is 10% ABV. Usually when you have a beer that strong, it's hard to screw it up. Mouthfeel on this one, not super thick and sticky. I'd probably put about medium, maybe medium full. Carbonation, probably about moderate. Same about that. I would call it smooth. It's definitely more smooth than crisp, but it's not to the extent of an oatmeal stout or anything like that. Actually, and the aftertaste is, a little spicy, a little dry. It's not a lingering, pumpkin pie flavor or anything like that. Or it's not. It's also like the spices aren't like so intense that like they're like, burning your tongue or anything. So yeah, this I have to say this is the first Flying Monkeys beer that I actually liked. Although I love all their labels. So I'm gonna go solid 4 out of 5 for the Paranormal Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I just wish I knew if that was an 8 or a 3 on the bottom there. I will try to message the brewery and see what they say. If they get back to me, I'll leave a comment so you guys can see if you're watching in the future. Well, of course you're watching in the future. You're not watching those live. All right, so if you watch all the way in, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys for Tuesday Night Beer School. Cheers.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.